Hey everyone, this is Dr. Nirmala from The Wellberry. We're here at the end of the year. It's the holiday season, Christmas is going to come by very soon, and then we're into the new year. Now, as you can imagine, I've been getting a lot of messages from clients, and all of them revolve around the difficulties navigating a low carb food style during this time. I have people telling me it's so difficult to say no to goodies. There are others who say it's just not fair. How come everybody else around us can eat and we can't? Yet others tell me it's family time, it's tradition. How can we say no to everything that's being offered? Wherever we go, there are goodies on display, and it's very difficult to resist them. And somebody else just said, this sucks. And I agree with all of them because I'm walking the same walk, and it's not easy to stay away from all the cakes and pastry and all the other goodies that are associated with the festive season, whether it's the kalkals, the rose cookies, the coconut sweets. There's so much out there, and how long can we keep saying no? So today I will give you 4 or 5 tips which hopefully will help you navigate this holiday season without making it unbearable. Before we actually get into how we can navigate this season without compromising too much on our low-carb food style, it's important for us to know for ourselves whether we are committed to taking care of our health or no. If we aren't 100% invested, then we are going to find all the excuses that we can in order to throw in the towel and indulge in all the foods that are offered to us. Only if we are 100% invested in staying the course can we make wise choices. Why is this important? Because studies show that just one day of indulgence, eating high carb foods, eating sugary foods and starchy foods, can set us back by nearly 2 weeks. And then our body has to start from scratch in order to build up its metabolism and get going again. So if we have been following a low-carb food style for nearly 6 months to a year or even more, then just 1 or 2 days of eating wrong sets us back. And I find that when people fall off the wagon, it's quite difficult for them to get back on track again. So tip number 1, don't keep fixating on foods. Especially during the festival season, it's very easy for us to keep thinking and replaying the kind of foods that we like in our mind. And the more we continue to do this, the higher the chances are that we will give in. Tip number 2. If you are going for a get-together with family or close friends, tell them in advance about the kind of foods that you can have. In all probability, they already know that you're following a low-carb food style. From my own experience, I can tell you that people who are close to me, when they invite me over for lunch or dinner, they make sure that they provide me with low-carb compatible options. There's somebody close to me who is also following this low-carb food style, and I was pleasantly surprised to learn that she carries her low-carb rotis wherever she goes, even on a holiday. According to her, this helps her stay on track, because wherever she goes, she knows that proteins and vegetables are going to be available, and she has her own rotis with her. Now that's real commitment. Tip number 3. Now if it's a bigger party with a lot of people around, usually no one's really bothered about what you're eating. So this actually makes it much easier for you to just choose foods that are compatible. So at parties where it's usually self-service, buffet style, we can just walk around the tables, survey the kind of foods that are available, make a mental note, and then serve ourselves. So make sure you fill up on the proteins and the vegetables that are available. And when you choose foods, stay away from those that have batter on them, because the batter is usually a flour like either maida or cornstarch, which again defeats the whole purpose. Tip number 4. Don't skip your meals just because you're going for a party. A lot of people think that if they're going for a party, they're going to eat a lot, so they might as well skip breakfast and lunch in order to reduce calories or whatever. Instead of doing that, the better option would be to make sure that the meals which are in your control, like let's say you're going out to dinner, so breakfast and lunch is in your control, make sure that you have healthy options for both these meals. That way you aren't overly hungry by the time you have dinner, and hence you may decide not to indulge and overeat. Tip number 5. While at the party, make sure that you first have your protein and vegetables, And then, if you absolutely must, if it's impossible to say no to the host, have a little bit of the cub. And the final tip, this deals with desserts. And it is actually the most difficult thing to say no to. This becomes a very tricky situation, having to say no to our hosts. And the second thing is, we actually don't want to say no. So what can we do? If it's someone we know, we can always request them to make provision for a low-carb dessert. And today, there are options available for sugar-free desserts. And remember, when I say sugar-free, it means free from sugar, free from honey and jaggery. The kind of desserts that I'm talking about are those made with monk fruit blend or erythritol and stevia or xylitol. These are sugar substitutes that do not tend to spike the insulin levels too much. Now remember, I said too much, which means that there is some impact on the insulin levels, but not to the extent that normal sugars or starches would have. If sugar-free desserts are not an option, then try to decline dessert. You can always go home and have a sugar-free dessert for yourself. And if declining dessert seems absolutely impossible, then just like you did with the carb, have a small spoon. It's good for us to remember that it's going to last just a few days. A week, 10 days, and then all the festivities will be over and we are back to life as normal. So we just need to apply ourselves, make up our minds, and follow through for 10 days. And then when all the parties are over and you see that you haven't gained weight or your sugar hasn't spiked, you don't feel bloated and unhealthy, you can always give yourself a pat on the back and say, well done. I hope that these tips help you to make wise food choices during the festivals. And like I said, I'm walking this walk with you, and it isn't impossible to do. That's all for now. Let me end by wishing all of you a Merry Christmas and a wonderful year ahead. This is Dr. Nirmala signing off. And remember that wellness begins with your plate.